Good morning. Welcome to Brewing Happiness. I am unscripted today again with just a general idea of what to talk about, and that is discouragement. I want to talk about my own discouragement a little bit and what I'm doing about it. I decided to start this. First of all, good morning, and grab a cup of your favorite brew and let's have a chat. I decided to start Brewing Happiness because I have something to say, right? I always have something to say. I feel as if one of my gifts in life is to take an idea, distill it down, and share it in a way that's humorous, fun, thoughtful, insightful, hopefully something that you get a message from or you hear something different each time. And that is my dream and my goal, and to do this show has been on that venue. But I am getting a little discouraged in that I don't have a lot of viewers. I see friends online at the time my show airs, not watching. I wanted to do the show to reach people, and yet so far, every day this week, I have reached no one. I have done the show alone, me and the camera, as I am doing right now, no watchers. And it's getting discouraging. One thing I did find out when I did a little research was that I probably picked the worst time for a podcast or for a live event. And I picked it for myself because it worked with my schedule. I wanted to get up early. I wanted to do a morning show. I wanted to do a coffee show. And it made sense to me. And yet here I am talking to myself every day. So it is getting a little discouraging. In some ways, I say, okay, I haven't put any money behind advertising. I've only done word of mouth promoting, organic promoting, and I haven't even done that well. So, I don't even do the things I need to do every single day that I should be doing. So, other than doing the show. So that's number one, I could say. That this is a don't give up speech, right? Until you do everything possible. So that's the one thing I haven't, or one of the things I haven't done is maybe done a good job of post-production, post-promotion. Secondly, I have not put any money behind advertising. That may also be something that would make a difference. Or then I think maybe it's not me. I am confident everyone loves me. In fact, my feedback and the feedback I've gotten when the folks do watch has been nothing but fantabulous, nothing but fantastic, nothing but encouraging, and we love you, and keep it on. I'd just like to find a few more of those people. Anyway, I'm debating with myself what to do now. Do I change the time of the show? I did some research and found out worst time ever for dropping a podcast, worst time ever for a live. Not worst time ever, but in the chart that goes high, low, I'm in that low section. Good morning. So, do I change my time? Do I do a better job? Advertising? Is it a different platform? These are the questions I'm asking myself, but in the midst of that is the discouragement of getting up every day with a topic, preparing it, sitting down, having my chat, and no one watches. The truth is, I said at the beginning, I didn't care if anyone watched, right? I did this for me. I am having so much fun doing this show that if no one watched, it just doesn't matter. But, it kind of does matter. And so, discouragement. Everybody gets discouraged. I don't care who you are. I don't care how successful you are, because nobody's growth line looks like this. You've seen me draw this picture over and over again. I'm going to do it again, right? I'm going to do it in pencil and paper this time. This, there you go. Not a growth line. Not a realistic chart of what your growth looks like. This and this. Let's see if we can get you to see it. That's a more realistic chart of what a growth line maybe should look like, right? You see that there is an overall trend of growth, but in between, up, down, up, down, up, down. And you can see some downs can be really gigantic. As a statistician, I know that real life, almost all real things fall into predictable patterns. The truth is, numbers are predictable. And when you have a little bit of numbers under your belt, you can predict what's coming if things don't change. And that's where I am right now, looking at my prediction numbers like, because my growth is like this. It might be slightly upward, but it's more of a flat line. So now I have to ask myself, what has to change when things are not improving, right? As a process improvement engineer, when you try something to improve and it's not improving, you go to the next thing. What else can I do to improve? So that's my thoughts with myself right now is different day, different platform, different advertising, doesn't matter. What do I need to do differently to get different results? But and I know this because I am a professional problem solver. And I know that even a great trend line, there are times when you come down, and it's hard not to get discouraged in those moments that you come down. Because I feel like the truth is I am making overall growth. I am meeting new people, attracting new people all the time. And while the audience isn't solid, been doing it for a couple of months. And of course there are things that I can improve. But the real question is the strength, the ability to get up and do it again tomorrow, no matter what, right? To do it again, even when no one's watching. To do it on the mornings, I think, this isn't making a difference. Nobody cares what I'm doing. It's just me and my camera. And if it didn't happen this morning, I actually laid in bed this morning contemplating not getting up. If I didn't get up and share with you this morning, one watcher, right? I have one watcher today. Say hello. Let me know who you are. Anyway, I'm babbling today because I didn't write a script because I just wanted to talk about the disappointment of discouragement, right? The process of discouragement when we start feeling as if our efforts aren't noticed, as if they are not making a difference. When we think, what does it matter what I do? When we start looking at the downward trends and feel like they are more common, or we feel more comfortable, or we are more sure of why the downward trends are happening than the upward trends. Discouragement. So that's where I am today. I am discouraged and trying hard not to be. The queen of happiness does not get discouraged, right? So that is where I am today, trying to figure out how to get back that enthusiasm before I achieve my goals. I did a show not long ago, a few months ago, on, I wish I could think of it. I would look it up right now, what it was called. It might have been on discouragement. I might look that up anyway, because on that list was a list of people who endured past discouragement, who were able to continue and finally succeed. So, all right, hold on. Oh, whoops. Excuse me for 1 second, please. As I decide on the fly to change things, right? I probably should have done this earlier. Okay, can't find it. Anyway, forgive me for not being more prepared. It was a list of people who accomplished things late in life and some of their discouragements and disappointments on their path to success. Recently, there's a meme going around on Facebook that says that a study shows your most productive years are between 60 and 70, and your second most productive years, 70 and 80. Well, that's very exciting. I'm 62. I am in the midst of my most productive years, and I need to get busy and make stuff happen. This is the time of my life to achieve my dreams, right? This is the time I said that everything's done. It's my time. I can do it. And I'm doing it. And most days I'm feeling pretty accomplished. And then some days, not so much. So do you ever have days like this? Discouragement. I'm trying so hard. I'm doing all the right things, and yet I'm not getting the results I want. Some of it's just fortitude, right? Some of it's just fortitude and will, right? Your personal will, your personal commitment to keep on keeping on in spite of the setbacks, in spite of the disappointments. I'm committed to this. The truth is I'm committed to this. So I am not suggesting at this point that I'm going to quit at all. I'm only sharing that some days are harder than others to get up and be here. I'm only sharing that I might have to make some changes, and they might need to be structural, time, platform, topic, title, format. I don't know. I'm playing with all this stuff right now. It does remind me, though, as I was looking, of a poem that I'm going to share that, one of my favorite things I've ever written, honestly. And, why do I write poems? Sometimes I write them to encourage myself. Sometimes I write them because I need a message, and I listen for that message. And I feel, and I hear the rhymes start to come as the message starts to come. So I'm going to take my own advice today and say, when things are good and times are high, we seldom stop to question why, or take the chance to jeopardize the sweet release that bliss supplies. No questions asked or analyzed as currents, pleasures tantalized, forgotten in felicity, and joys found in simplicity. To bask in moments purely grand oblige no urge to understand. And though as much as any soul I love the moment's happiness, I know that oftentimes we stroll along the anguish of distress. When days are dark and all is lost, we're forced to face what most we fear of what we have and what it cost, and to which values we adhere. As patience, strength, and faith are tested, future wisdoms all are vested. Lessons learned, we grow beyond, expand our lives and break the bond of chains we make of limitations, rejecting all their implications, unaware that tribulations often lead to inspirations. Pain and suffering rarely seen is not the message, but the mean. So revel when the glory days go, bring joy and sunshine across your course. Diminish not the happy ways you join in union with your source. But in times when hope seems far away, when grace and courage are required, take heart that what you give today is not half as much as you've acquired. That's a good lesson on a hard day, right? We don't learn from happiness. We don't grow when things are great. We love it, but we don't learn and grow. Growth almost exclusively comes from pain and from uncomfortableness and from discouragement and from helping ourselves move beyond these things. That's growth, right? That's growth, to say, I'm feeling this way today, but I got a long-term goal that I'm committed to, that I'm not going to let go. I'm going to keep keeping on, keeping on, because I can tweak it. I can change it. I can make it work, but I'm not going to stop it. Right? That's my encouragement to myself. I try to think sometimes, what would I say to my friend? If a friend called me and said this, I'd say, oh, but you're doing such good work. And so many people enjoy what you're doing. And you love it. And it's what you've always wanted to do, and now you're doing it. And just because you've just started, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. Just started 7 months ago. I know, you read all these things. Here's my bad news. I'm on the internet. I'm on Facebook. I'm reading how I made $5 million in 90 days. How I started a business, made $50,000 in 30 days. I'm like, I can't even get any listeners in 7 months. I don't even have any regular listeners in 7 months. It's depressing. So here I am pouring out my depression, my discouragement, my momentary downside, where I let you see that behind the scenes, encouraging, inspiring, and motivating people also have their moments when they need to be inspired, encouraged, and motivated, right? Everybody needs that. And so everybody is an inspirer, motivator, because we all have friends. We're all encouraging. We're all supporting someone, right? Sometimes the secret is to support yourself. Sometimes the secret is to be that cheerleader for yourself, not just for the other people that need it. And maybe, I don't know, maybe it feels weird. Maybe it feels fake to you to be your own cheerleader. Maybe it feels dishonest because you're just supplying something that you need from somewhere else. I talk to myself all the time. I shouldn't say used to. I talk to myself all the time. I have entire conversations. My dad used to say, it's okay to talk to yourself, but as long as you don't answer. And I thought, I'm kind of in trouble because I'm kind of carrying on both sides of the conversation with myself. People that work for me used to laugh at me for talking to myself. I'd be in my office talking and they'd stick their nose in. Do you need something? I'm like, no, just having a quick conversation with myself. But here was I say. Here is what I would say. Well, I am always assured of a sympathetic audience. I always get answers I like. There's always someone to listen to me. So I'm using that same philosophy here in self-encouragement to say, I have one cheerleader here, cheering me to move on, to keep on keeping on, to keep it going in spite of, like I said, discouragement, results not being where I'd like them to be. That's okay. Discouragement's part of life. Sometimes we need to look, sometimes things need a reassessment, right? Sometimes we got to look at things with that hard, cold eye and say, what changes do I need to make? That's what I'm doing now. What changes are going to happen to the show? I'm not giving it up. I'm not going to stop. I love it. I love it. I do it. I do it because I feel like it's important, because I feel compelled, because I feel like there's a mission in me to get out the good word, get out the happy talk, help people understand that happiness is a choice you get to make every minute of every day. Just sometimes I need to remember my own advice. Sometimes I got to be my own motivator, my own cheerleader. If I'm going to say to myself, I'm a motivational speaker because I love encouraging other people. I love inspiring them. I love to see the light bulb go off when they understand a concept. I love to see that relief on their face when they take a perspective shift and understand that we are our worst enemies, and that compassion, starting with compassion for ourselves, is the secret to happiness. Compassion for not only ourselves, but for everything and everyone around us. All right, I'm babbling. I know. It's all right. It's just me. I'm babbling, but I am putting myself back in the mood. I'm feeling better. I read my poem. I've had this chat. I'm actually feeling better. I'm going to be here tomorrow. I'm not disappearing. Things might change a little bit. I'm going to do some soul searching and some more research. Maybe some experimentals with other things. But the bottom line is, for now, Brewing Happiness. Grab a cuppa. For now, I'm going to continue having a coffee chat, even if it's just with myself every day. Because I'm feeling like when I post these things on YouTube, post them on Facebook, pretty soon going to be posting them on Buzzsprout as a podcast. Got to figure out a Microsoft issue first. That when I'm doing that, maybe there's one show that one day will help one person. That's enough. That's enough to make it worthwhile. So, I don't know about you, but I feel better. I do. I got curly hair today, the result of braids. I got my format of my show, which I've worked hard on, which I'm proud of, which I bring to the table every day, even if it's just for me. Okay, that's my show. Love you. If you're watching this on the replay, woohoo! Leave me a message. I will contact you back. I would love to talk to you. All right. Anyway, until tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. Maybe a little better prepared. Maybe I'll have a better topic tomorrow. Anyway, until tomorrow. Make it a happy day.